Good day everyone, I'm Hurley Borafy Reviews here, back at it again with my review for Sivga. But again, no, not again in terms of the model, but yes, this is again a Sivga product, but this time this is the SM100. I do believe this is the anticipated IEM by everyone in 2025 or in 2026 because the SM100 released around the fourth quarter of 2025. And yes, I am slightly late to the party, but I'll still be delivering the review for the SM100. Okay? Okay. But before I proceed, I'd like to thank Sivga for sending this unit to me in an exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured that all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core, like I always do, for the benefit of everybody, of course, including me. Since again, and again, I won't be editing this extensively. English isn't really my native language, and I prefer writing reviews rather than recording it. Okay? Okay, so the Sivga SM100 is currently one of, this is the newest technically. Yes, this is the newest IEM from Sivga, and this costs around 50-ish US dollars by the time that I record this video. So that is around 2,000 to 3,000 pesos in Philippine money. And yes, this is categorized as the higher end in my humble opinion. The higher end of budget, yes. Budget IEMs in today's market. And so far, in terms of accessories, of course, it is that is the part where the SM100 falls into that budget category, which I will talk later on. But we'll now just proceed with the packaging. As you can see, the packaging on this one is very simple. It gets the job done. It has the Sivga SM100 branding here with the IEMs here and the wired headphones category. Since yes, by the time that I record this video, the Sivga SM100 is available only in 3.5 mm connection or 3.5 mm cable with the mic. I'm not sure if there's a non-mic option. I haven't checked yet by the time that I record this video, but they sent a version of me that has an inline mic on it, and so far it is clear. It is pretty good. It gets the job done. I have no problems with that one as well. So there's that. If I were to nitpick, they could have created a version wherein you'll be using the SM100 with a 4.4 balance cable, but yes, this is a $40 cable. Sorry, $40 IEM. So there's no technically there's no reason for you to use a balanced connection with this one, but yes, the world is your oyster. You can always do that if you really prefer. Okay, now back to the packaging. Here's the specifications. This is the Sivga SM100. The driver unit on this one is a dual cavity 10mm driver, and the impedance is 27 ohms. The sensitivity is 107 decibels. So yes, this is easy to drive. I have no problems using this with a an Apple dongle from a friend of mine, but at the same time, for good measure, just always use a 2 VRMs dongle for good measure, because 2 VRMs dongle in today's time isn't really that expensive if you really wanted to dive in this hobby, or probably have some a dongle that is well capable and well reliable. Like for example, you can have a Venture Electronics Odo for cheap. You can also, but I prefer the Devastator for a little bit of a price bump. But yes, it will take you a long way. The Devastator will take you in a very long way, in a long journey in this hobby. So yes, I recommend you pairing a Venture Electronics Devastator with this one, or probably if you want something fancy, probably a Snowski Melody. Okay. Okay, so for the packaging, that's basically it. With this one on the back, this Sivga SM100, nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy, as to be expected since this is a 40 or 50-ish USD IEM. So yeah, that is to be expected. However, in terms of accessories, I would have preferred it if they included this one with a pouch, or at the very least a what do you call this, a case, a hard case or a pancake case, because they marketed this as an everyday carry. I mean, they included a mic on the cable itself, so this is technically, even in the promotional images, the Sivga SM100 is marketed as a it is marketed as an everyday carry IM and as a gaming, yes, gaming IM. I'm not sure on uh what what is the meaning of that in their context, but yeah, pretty much any IM you can use it for gaming, and most of them will do you just fine, and the Sivga SM100 is within that as well. Of course, it won't give you a cheat code or something like that, or hack your game or something like that, but it will deliver to at its very best for you not to suck or for you not to be dumbed down on your game. So yeah, no problems on that one, like the usual. Here's the ear tips. The ear tips on this one is okay. It is on the softer side. I would have preferred another set wherein the stem is a little bit stiffer than this one for you to have an ear tip rolling purposes, because the Sivga SM100, as you can see here, isn't your usual IEM or your usual universal IEM fit. It kind of resembles the fit of a Sennheiser IE40, IE900, IE600, yes, IE600, IE900, or all those types of stuff. Or probably you've owned a Tanch Gym Bunny or a Tanch Gym 4U or a Tanch Gym Fission at some point in time. Yes, the fit of those is somewhat resembling here with this Sivga SM100. And yes, this is all made of metal. Definitely that is all made of metal. Even the faceplate actually is made of metal. And yes, they kind of did the right thing here, wherein the finish of the faceplate is matte while while the rest is glossy, but I prefer it all matte. But yes, we'll do what we can here. They used this one is a glossy finish. As you can see, it is a fingerprint magnet, while the faceplate isn't, which is a really good thing, because most of the time, or at the very least, personally, I use this during my commutes, during my casual listening sessions outside of the house, or during my breaks at work. So yeah, I pretty much use this every day as an everyday carry, and it delivered really well. It delivered well. It delivered in with the reliability in mind. I had no problems with this one as well. And as you can see, here's the cable. The cable on this one is pretty basic, but in my humble opinion, I kind of like this cable. It is slim. It is minimalist for this IM, because using a bulky cable for this IM will just weigh down the IM in terms of fit. Because again, this IM is not your usual UIEM fit. This IM has an unconventional fit, or the Sennheiser fit as what I call it. So there's that. As you can see, the cable on this one isn't really that cheap feeling in my humble opinion. Even the splitter on this one it has a cool detail to it. Even the plug or the jack on this one has a really good detail to it, which I really like. So yeah, they did not skimp for the price on this one when it comes to the build quality or anything of like that, because yes, this is all metal, and at the same time, the cable isn't your usual simple tone or usual run of the mill cables. But yeah, they could have included a pouch that can act as a microfiber cloth for this one if I want to wipe it off, or probably a pouch or a hard case, because again, this is marketed as an everyday carry, a beater, a gaming IEM. So there's that. Okay, now as for the fit, comfort, and isolation, this will fit pretty much any ear in the world right now, as long as you're human, and like let's say you have a average to smaller size of ears, this will fit you just fine. The SM100 will fit you just fine. However, this isn't an UIM fit, as what I've been telling you beforehand. So the isolation probably will come across as non-isolating, or probably not that deep in terms of the isolation to some ears, especially those ears that are like me, that is on the larger side of the spectrum. However, I did manage to get a perfect seal, up to the point that I did not felt it in my ears actually during the past 8 hours in a day that I've been using this one, because I use a smaller ear tips, the smaller ones, for me to have a deeper fit. But yes, you can always use the ear tips that you prefer. If I were to recommend, I prefer using this one with a KB Ear 08 or KB Ear 07 ear tips, or probably a Final E ear tips, for it to have an additional body to the sound, which leads to the sound character of the SM100. So what's the sound character of the Sivga SM100? Well, the Sivga SM100 is a surprisingly neutral. Yes, it is surprisingly neutral for a gaming IEM. I expected since based on my experience, yes, gaming IEMs usually tend to have that bass, thick, that thick, heart pounding or brain shaking bass most of the time. Well, the Sivga SM100 doesn't have that. It is a lean, not that mean, but yes, it is quite neutral, a bit lean to some people, and quite technical for its price. It kind of reminded me of two IEMs actually, which I'll be comparing later on, which is uh, the Simgot, yes, the Simgot EW200 and the Celes Pandamon. Both of those IEMs, I really loved it by the when the time that I still had it. And yeah, the Sivga SM100 is definitely a huge refinement over those IEMs in a span of 3 years, which is really crazy for an IEM in 2026. Okay? Okay, now as for the bass on this one, again, just like what I've been telling you, this is not for bass heads. The bass on this one is very clean, very controlled, and at the same time, very fast when it comes to the overall attack and decay of the overall bass response. If you were to push the Sivga SM1, the Sivga, yes, the Sivga SM100 to the extreme, you may find it a little bit sub-bass elevated. Yes, but for normal listening levels, the Sivga SM100 is neutral at best. It is definitely linear in my humble opinion. But at the same time, I kinda enjoyed it on EDMs or on basic tracks that I have here, but do take note that I prefer usually flat or neutral sounding sets, which the Sivga SM100 is right up in my alley, because it is definitely within that type of neutrality. Okay? Now, as for the mids on this one is definitely, in my humble opinion, the highlight of the Sivga SM100, and what sets it apart to the other IEMs within the 60-ish and below IEM range. Because the vocals on this one is, yes, it is forward. It is forward in presentation. It is definitely vividly, or yeah, it is vivid, it is detailed, it is airy actually, without any sibilance. They did their homework here with the SM100 really well. I'm not hyping this up or anything, but I got the same experience when I first listened the Simgot EW200, but this time it is much more refined, because this doesn't have any sibilance or unnatural sibilance peaks or harshness or anything like that, which is a really good thing, since again, Sivga is creating the SM100, or targeting the SM100 for everyone as an everyday carry, as a gaming IM, and the Sivga SM100 delivers on that regard. However, those people that are still sensitive to neutral or borderline bright or bright sounding sets, you may find the SM100 a little bit too lean to your liking. You might find it a little bit too, yeah, you might find it a little bit lean, a little bit borderline bright, because of the vocals or the presence of the vocals, the airiness and the character to it. But yeah, for most people, you won't be finding it bright at all. In fact, I did not find it bright at all. There are times that I am still looking for that extra crisp, extra sparkle to it. But yeah, this is neutral at best. This SM100 is neutral at best. Okay? Now, as for the treble in this one is pretty much the same as the mids. So, it extends well, it is airy, it has a good amount of sparkle to it, but at the same time, it isn't the most detailed, it isn't the most resoluting, if that's a word, IM that I have reviewed under 60 USD. But at the same time, it doesn't really lack either. I'd even say that the nuances or the micro details on this one is above average, since I can hear the nuances on the tracks that I listen to very clearly and well separated. Speaking of separated, now we'll go to the technical performance. The technical performance of the SM100 is definitely one of the above average, or one of the highest under 60 USD based on my experience. Again, let me repeat, based on my experience, because I haven't experienced all IMs in today's market. But yeah, the Sivga SM100's technical chops is very remarkable, which again kind of reminded me of what the Celes Pandamon and the Sivga EW200 had before, which is a really good thing. But this time, the soundstage is a little bit smaller compared to the EW200, because the EW200 has a wider soundstage, but at the same time, it doesn't have a very forward or a right away noticeably forward mids response or a vocals response when compared to the SM100. In theory, I'm no expert, but in theory, the reason why the SM100 has a little bit smaller soundstage than the EW200 is because of its vocals presentation. Okay, now as for the separation and layering, I have no problems for this one under 60 USD. Do take note that this is a 60 USD IM, and it doesn't have any serious problems when it comes to the overlapping or congestion of the tracks. So you'll be using the SM100 or experiencing the SM100 just fine. Now, as for the imaging, it is precise as it should be. Again, this is marketed as a gaming IM, so there's no surprise in there, and that's a good thing. Okay, now where should we compare this? We should compare this with the SM100, with the EW200 and the Celes Pandamon, and yes, the EA500LM as well. When compared to the EW200, the EW200 is definitely bright and prone to sibilance, while the SM100 does not. But at the same time, the EW200 is definitely wider in soundstage, but it is also leaner in mids as well, whereas the Sivga SM100 doesn't exhibit any of those. And do take note that this is a neutral sounding IM. Okay, where should we compare this next? We should compare this next to the Celes Pandamon, an IM that I really love the most, despite it having a mini backlash here and there due to its design and such. And when compared to those, the Celes Pandamon is a little bit warmer and thicker actually when compared to the SM100. But at the same time, it doesn't have that treble presence that the SM100 has, despite it not being bright. Yes, I'd like to repeat again that the SM100 is not bright, but at the same time, the treble performance on that one is really good, that the Celes Pandamon sounded like it is rolled off in the treble. But yeah, there's that. Okay, the Celes Pandamon has better quantity in terms of bass though, and in terms of the thickness of the overall sound. It also has a slight edge on the separation and layering, and probably soundstage as well, due to its driver. In theory, because the Celes Pandamon has a SPD 2.0 driver, which is somewhat of a planar but is not, from what I understand. Okay, now as for the last comparison, we'll compare this with the EA500LM of SIMGOT. Well, when compared, the SIMGOT EA500LM is definitely much brighter and more unforgiving compared to the SM100. It is also cleaner though, and it is also more technically capable when compared to the Sivga SM100. But you do take note that the SIMGOT EA500LM is within the 100-ish price range, while the SM100 is within the 60-ish price range. So there's a huge gap there, especially if you're living like me in a third world country. There's definitely a huge gap there. Okay? But for the most part, the Sivga SM100 can pick up its paces when compared to the SIMGOT EW or EA500LM just fine. Okay? Now, I'll switch to the Tagalog version for a quick rundown of this IEM. Okay? So, bale itong si Sivga SM100 is definitely my current benchmark for a neutral sounding set na nagkakaalaga ng 2 to 3,000 pesos. Kasi, anong tawag doon? Um, parang nirefine niya yung Simgot EW200. Tinanggal niya yung sibilance, tinanggal niya yung pagkanipis ng tunog. And at the same time, mas naging wearable siya para sa mga tao kasi mas maliit na siya ngayon compared sa yung EW200. So, marirecommend ko ba to? Oo naman, may highly recommended ko to actually if mahilig ka sa neutral and mahilig ka sa yung forward yung vocals. If mahilig ka sa mga yon and gusto mo ng technical chops na maganda, edi mag-save ka sa 100 ka na and call it a day. Hindi mo na need gumastos ng sobrang laki para lang makakuha ng gantong tunog. And in fact, this is one of the best, surprisingly, na na-audition ko ngayon 2026. Although, some can say na very early to tell pa, pero yun yung na-experience ko kasi. Okay? Now, I'll switch to the English version para sa verdict. Okay? So, what's my verdict here with the Sivga SM100? The Sivga SM100 is definitely a benchmark-worthy IEM under 50 or 60-ish USD in my humble opinion and based on my benchmark sets. Why is that so? Because, of course, a lot of people already tried to aim for neutrality. A lot of brands already aimed or tried to aim for that neutrality. But this Sivga SM100 by far strike the balance between tonal and technical performance evenly, in my humble opinion, in Big 2026 or in 2025 quarter 4. Because, yes, it is neutral, it is incisive, it is vocal forward, but at the same time, it doesn't have any natural peaks, sibilance, or harshness that the other neutral-ish IEMs have. So, yeah, this is definitely a first to me in terms of the experience because, yeah, I can seem to pinpoint any sound negatives in my humble opinion here with the Sivga SM100. But at the same time, this is no perfect IEM. Like, of course, some people who preferred warmer or thicker sounding IEMs will find the SM100 a little bit lean. They also find that there is no pouch or there is no other accessories as well. So, pick what you really prefer or pick what you prefer subjectively. But for most people, the SM100 is definitely a very solid recommendation, especially if you have a smaller size ears or probably your girlfriend has a smaller size ears. Okay, and now that ends my review for the Sivga SM100. Again, I'd like to thank Sivga for sending this unit to me in an exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured that all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core like I always do for the benefit of everybody, of course, including me. Since again and again, I won't be editing this extensively. English isn't really my native language and I prefer writing reviews rather than recording them. Okay, now what should I review next? Well, definitely it's this one, the Jade Audio JH13. This is a FIO sub brand and apparently this costs around 30-ish US dollars, I believe. And this one, yes, the one that keeps intimidating me, the Air Acoustic Audio Elysian Fields Genesis G318S. Wow, that is a mouthful of a name. And that is my name on it. That's really nice. And thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening to my ramblings and see you on the next one. Isa pa, last one.